All right. Hello, everybody. Macro Ghost here, coming at you the best FA and TA in under 10 minutes or your money back on the internet. I am just doing a test broadcast here because I'm fucking with my microphone and I want everything to work. You know, I am compulsive about stuff that I use, even though my technology skills are shit. My market skills are good. My technology skills are shit. So when I take on something new like a microphone, it usually won't work for a while, and I'll have AI help me, and it still won't work. So I'm just testing this out, and I also wanted to bring up two topics that people left in the comments that I thought were quite interesting. The first comment was about metals and mining. Somebody said, you know, metals and mining is kind of go together like peas and carrots, right? There's a metals and mining index. Look at this beautiful chart, by the way. This is a 15-year chart almost, and we have total mean reversion. What that means is that metals and mining have underperformed stocks since 2011, and in my opinion, it's going to outperform stocks in an inflationary environment. What does that mean? Well, there was a question that said, well, metals are metals and the miners should perform as well, right? Or should the miners perform as well as the metals? My answer to that is no. Miners have a P&L. They have revenue, they have expense. Within those expenses, they have headcount, they have cost of goods sold, cost of production, energy costs, blah, 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 fixed costs, whatever. They incur costs, and they have to cover those costs with revenue. So the miners are a business, much like Tesla is a business. The rocks, the minerals, the metals, the precious metals, the commodities are first order assets. What does that mean? It means they themselves have value. Okay? Gold, 4,000 an ounce, they themselves have value, and they will generally pass through inflation. What does that mean? It means if inflation goes up, gold should outpace inflation as a hedge against the dollar. Gold as a rock, not a gold miner. The gold miner will still incur inflation. In fact, the gold miner will probably be hurt by inflation. Okay? So treat the company, the miner, as an individual entity that has to have the same trials and tribulations that a Tesla has or a Netflix has when it faces inflation. The rocks themselves, palladium, gold, silver, copper, nickel, rare earth, uranium, potash, they will pass through inflation. They will usually go up in an inflationary environment, which is so beneficial to own them as the rocks, as the hold, you know, you can own a uranium ETF as the uranium, or you can own a miner ETF, which is not the gold. It is a company that mines for gold and sells the gold and operates through cost. So there's a really big differentiation factor there that somebody left in the comments. I thought it was really a good question to ask, because as you can see here, this is the NASDAQ Benchmark Metals and Mining Index. So obviously they're including miners in there, and yeah, the metals themselves will appreciate and will pass through inflation, but the miners may not. But you should see this continuation, right? You should see there's a higher high, there's a higher low from here, higher low, and you should see a spring. You know, what does that mean? It means higher. Price go up in the long run. Again, I'm looking at a 13-year chart here, guys. So in the long run, in the next 15 years, we should be here. Right? Everybody's rich, right? Another question that I wanted to address was how to take profits. People always say, no, invest for the long term. Those people are assholes. You know? Yeah, sure. You have to differentiate what you're investing in. Are you investing for retirement? Then you're investing for the long term. Then you're investing to avoid taxes on gains. Then you leave it. If you are investing, you know, in a 401k and IRA, you leave it. You leave it till you retire. But if you're investing in crypto and somebody says, no, leave it for the long term, tell them to fuck off. Crypto is not for the long term. And depending on what stocks you own, those aren't for the long term either. You always want to take profit into pumps. I have long-term portfolios that I don't touch, and then I have short-term portfolios. Also, as a CFA charter holder, they'll tell you to look at everybody's individual time horizon and risk tolerance as unique. So every single person that I'm talking to out there is different, and everybody will have a different time horizon, return requirement, risk tolerance. Do you have kids? Do you have graduation? Are you paying for their school? Do you have a wedding coming up? Are you 25 years old? You know, what liabilities lie in front of you so that you can justifiably and rationally take profits in a portfolio that is high risk? Because if somebody tells you not to take profits because you're in their Discord, leave their Discord. They're not for you, okay? So for me to give everybody out there an individual risk and return requirement and risk tolerance, I can't do that. Nor can I meet you guys individually. I'm just telling you, try to use AI in helping you plan your future, because AI will give you what I can give you. I'm just telling you to be aware and incorporate AI more into your life. It's there to help you. It's there to add value. That's what helped me start this channel, was AI. I couldn't do it by myself. I don't even know how to turn on my computer, guys. I'm not a tech guy. I fucking hate creativity, but I love markets. Markets are left brain shit, and that's what I'm good at. So this is a test. This is only a test of the emergency broadcast system. I hope you enjoyed this little brief Q&A test and you got value from it. All I'm here to do is produce value and try to get YouTube to sponsor me going forward and to pay my bills going forward. That's the goal. Is I want to be good enough to broadcast to the world and help the world, and in the meantime, be rewarded for it, right? Because I know a lot. Thank you very much for your time, as always, and I will see you in the next broadcast. Thank you.